Welcome to our ultimate travel guide for exploring the beautiful and diverse continent of Africa. Now, I know what you're thinking. Africa, isn't that a bit hot? Yeah, it gets warm, but listen, Africa is more than just a safari, okay? It's a continent of 54 countries, each with its own unique culture, history, and landscape. It's like saying Europe and only thinking about baguettes and the Eiffel Tower. You're missing out on like 90% of the good stuff. In this video, we'll take you through some of the must-visit destinations and provide you with essential tips to make your journey unforgettable. We're talking ancient wonders, stunning wildlife, vibrant cities, and experiences that will stay with you long after you've left. And trust me, you'll want to experience this place at least once in your life. So buckle up, get ready for some laughs, and let's explore the magic that is Africa together. All right, let's kick things off in the land of pharaohs, pyramids, and enough history to make your head spin. Egypt. Now, I'm not talking about the Egypt you see in those old movies with guys in towels chasing after Brendan Fraser. This is the real deal, people. First up, you got to hit up the pyramids of Giza. I'm talking massive, awe-inspiring structures that have been standing for, 5,000 years. Imagine the stories those stones could tell. And don't even get me started on the Sphinx, that enigmatic smile. It's like it knows something we don't. It's probably judging our fashion choices, but hey, who are we to judge a giant cat-man hybrid, right? Next, we're hopping on a felucca, a traditional Egyptian sailboat for a cruise down the Nile River. This ain't your average river cruise, folks. This is where civilization as we know it began. Float along the same waters as Cleopatra, soak up the stunning scenery, and try not to think about how many crocodiles might be lurking beneath the surface. But Egypt is more than just ancient wonders. Cairo, the capital city, is a bustling metropolis where ancient history collides with modern life. Explore the Khan el-Khalili Bazaar, get lost in the labyrinthine streets, and haggle for souvenirs like a pro. Just remember, everything's negotiable, my friends. And speaking of negotiating, let's talk food. Egyptian cuisine is a delicious fusion of Mediterranean and Middle Eastern flavors. You've got your koshari, a carb lover's dream, your full mesdames, perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And of course, no trip to Egypt is complete without trying some authentic kofta. But Egypt is more than just pyramids and food, it's about the people. Egyptians are known for their warmth, hospitality, and love of a good time. Get ready to unleash your inner wildlife enthusiast, because we're heading to Kenya, the land of safari dreams and breathtaking landscapes. And no, before you ask, you won't see lions roaming the streets of Nairobi, though wouldn't that be a sight? First stop, the Masai Mara National Reserve, where you can witness the Great Migration, one of the most spectacular natural events on the planet. Imagine millions of wildebeest, zebras and gazelles thundering across the plains, all while crocodiles lie in wait and lions stalk from the sidelines. It's like a live-action National Geographic special, but with better snacks. But Kenya's wildlife wonders go beyond the Masai Mara. Head to Amboseli National Park for breathtaking views of Mount Kilimanjaro, or visit Lake Nakuru, where thousands of flamingos gather, turning the water a vibrant shade of pink. It's enough to make you question if you're still on Earth. And while you're out on safari, don't forget to channel your inner photographer. But remember, these are wild animals, not paid actors, so no asking them to pose for a selfie, okay? Safety first, folks. Now, Kenya isn't just about the wildlife. The country is also home to diverse cultures and traditions. Meet the Maasai people, learn about their nomadic lifestyle, and maybe even pick up some traditional beadwork, just to maybe avoid challenging them to a jumping contest. Those guys can jump. And speaking of jumping, let's talk about adventure. Kenya offers everything from hot air balloon rides over the Masai Mara to whitewater rafting on the Tana River. So, pack your sense of adventure, your mosquito repellent, and get ready for an experience you won't soon forget. Chapter 3. Zanzibar Spice Up Your Life, literally. Okay, folks, pack your swimsuits, your sunscreen, and your sense of adventure, because we're heading to Zanzibar, the Spice Island paradise off the coast of Tanzania. And trust me, this ain't your average beach vacation. First up, we're hitting the beaches. I'm talking pristine white sand, crystal clear turquoise waters, and palm trees swaying in the breeze. It's the kind of place that makes you want to ditch your phone, grab a coconut, and just soak up the sun. But don't worry, we'll get to that later. Before we completely lose ourselves in beach bliss, let's explore Stone Town, the historical heart of Zanzibar City. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a labyrinthine maze of narrow streets, bustling bazaars, and stunning Swahili architecture. It's like stepping back in time, but with better Wi-Fi. While you're wandering through Stone Town, be sure to check out the House of Wonders, a former Sultan's palace that's now a museum showcasing Zanzibari history and culture. And don't miss the Old Fort, a 17th century fortification that's now a cultural centre hosting concerts, exhibitions and events. And speaking of culture, Zanzibar is a melting pot of influences from Arab and Indian to African and European. This rich heritage is reflected in the island's cuisine, which is a delicious fusion of flavours and spices. Be sure to try the biryani, a fragrant rice dish, and the uroho, a Zanzibari specialty made with mango, coconut, and a variety of spices. But let's be real, you're not coming to Zanzibar just for the history and culture, are you? You're here for the beaches. And trust me, they don't disappoint. Chapter 4, South Africa, from mountains to penguins. Yeah, penguins! Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to South Africa. A country so diverse, it's practically multiple vacations in one. We're talking stunning coastlines, majestic mountains, vibrant cities, and yes, even penguins, because why not? First up, let's hit up Cape Town, a city that effortlessly blends natural beauty with urban cool. Hike up Table Mountain for breathtaking views of the city and coastline, or hop on a ferry to Robben Island, the former prison that held Nelson Mandela, and a poignant reminder of South Africa's struggle for freedom. And while you're in Cape Town, don't miss the Kirstenbosch National Botanical Garden, a UNESCO World Heritage Site showcasing the incredible diversity of South Africa's flora. It's like walking through a postcard, but with more oxygen. But Cape Town is more than just scenery. The city is a foodie paradise with a thriving culinary scene that reflects its multicultural heritage. Indulge in a traditional Cape Malay curry, savour fresh seafood at the V&A waterfront, or sample local wines in the nearby Cape Winelands. And speaking of wine, no trip to South Africa is complete without a visit to the Cape Winelands. Rolling vineyards, charming towns, and of course plenty of wine tasting opportunities await. Just remember to pace yourself, folks. Those South African wines are delicious, but they can sneak up on you. But South Africa's adventures extend far beyond Cape Town. Head north to Kruger National Park, one of the largest game reserves in Africa, for an unforgettable safari experience. Lions, elephants, rhinos, leopards, you name it. Kruger has it. Chapter 5. Ghana, where history meets hospitality and delicious food. Get ready to experience the warmth of West African hospitality because we're heading to Ghana. A country brimming with history, culture, and some seriously delicious food. And trust me, when it comes to hospitality, Ghanaians take it to the next level. First stop, Accra, the capital city, a vibrant mix of old and new. Explore the bustling markets, soak up the energy of this lively city, and don't be afraid to try some street food. I'm talking about jollof rice, banku and tilapia, red. It's a flavor explosion in your mouth. But Ghana is more than just its capital. Journey back in time at Cape Coast Castle, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a sobering reminder of the transatlantic slave trade. It's a heavy experience, but an important one, reminding us of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of fighting for justice. After that heavy dose of history, let's lighten the mood with a visit to Kakum National Park. This rainforest reserve is home to hundreds of bird species, as well as monkeys, antelopes, and if you're lucky, even forest elephants. Just watch out for those pesky baboons. They're notorious for snatching snacks. And speaking of snacks, let's talk about Ghanaian food. Prepare yourself for a flavour explosion with dishes like fufu and light soup, peanut soup, and of course the legendary jollof rice. Ghanaians take their jollof very seriously, and trust me, once you've tasted it, you'll understand why. But Ghana is more than just history and food. It's a country with a rich culture and a vibrant arts scene. Outro, see you soon, Africa. We hope you enjoyed our travel guide to some of Africa's most incredible destinations. From the ancient wonders of Egypt to the wildlife paradise of Kenya, the Spice Island charm of Zanzibar, the diverse landscapes of South Africa, and the warm hospitality of Ghana, Africa truly has something to offer every traveler. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel tips and guides. We've got a whole world to explore, and we can't wait to share it with you. Safe travels, and see you in the next video.